A lot of people feel that they could not do this poultry business, thinking it is hard, stressful, it requires a lot of money to start it. Yet you don't have it, which is true, because to make money, you have to invest in money. But let me tell you the secret that has helped me, the farm to grow from 500 chicken up to where it is now. We are raising 3,000 chicken on this farm, and they are occupying 3 chicken houses. We're having 4 chicken houses. Each chicken house has 2 floors. So we have 6 floors of chicken houses that are occupied. So we are expecting to brood some chicks in that empty chicken house that is remaining. But let me tell you this, guys. We raise 3,000 chicken by ourselves. And the number one secret is to be around your farm almost the whole year. You spare 9 hours on the farm every day, and the rest of the hours you can do your things away out of the farm. It has helped a lot to minimize death in the chicken, damages. Even we have got maximum egg production because we sell this kind of eggs every week. And when it comes to the diseases that puts people's farms down, they cannot close my farm because I learned the behaviors of the chicken. So if you master that, you can never lose the chicken as much as other people's lose, because this chicken die, it is true. But there are unnecessary deaths that people ignore. And they think that the chicken have been attacked, and other farmers are also crying, but you find that yourself, you're having the same disease, but you're not losing the chicken that are too much like other farmers are losing. So I do always talk about commitment. It drives all your negative thinking into positivity in poultry farming. For example, I have one of my friends, and she told me that people lose a lot of chicken when it comes to coryza. Should we vaccinate coryza? To be sincere, in the beginning, I vaccinated and I got an outbreak. And once I stopped vaccinating, I also got an outbreak. So it means that you can vaccinate or not. But the only secret of keeping the chicken from death is to see their behavior. Because I remember by that time, I entered the chicken house in the morning. They were healthy. They were eating very well. By 10 a.m., they were all seated down. So I couldn't understand the disease. I could not understand the problem, but I just introduced the medicine to this chicken immediately that very hour. And the reason why I didn't lose a lot of chicken, because once you give your chicken the medicine immediately, and the correct medicine, you might buy a lot of medicine from the vet, and that medicine is not supposed to treat that chicken, all those chicken that you're raising. You end up losing a lot of chicken. And by the time you use the correct medication, you cannot fail to lose many chicken. And that is why people's farms closed by 2020, 2021. It was not because of the increased feeds, but most of the farms closed because of an outbreak. The farm survived because I'm always on the farm. I'm the key point on the farm. When they make noise, I just rush and enter the chicken house and see what is happening. When they consume less feeds, I don't just ignore that, okay, it is a break, now the feeds will be consumed in 8 days. No, that is a clear sign that your chicken are getting sick. If you face a problem of insects that attack the eyes or the chicken, it means that maybe you took long to remove the litter, maybe you handled the litter badly, you poured some water. Remember the time when my litter was getting wet after 2 weeks of putting new beddings and the litter was getting very wet, you enter the chicken house with a bag of feeds and you slide like you're walking in rain. So when I started to apply a lot of beddings, like 10 bags in every chicken house, the biggest houses I used 15 to 18 bags, the litter became dry, and now I can manage the litter. I remove the litter every 2 months. When you find that the chicken have a lot of insects, maybe you removed the litter when the litter has produced the insects, because they cannot come out of windows, but this chicken can get airborne diseases. But for the insects that attack their eyes, it means that it was produced by the litter. So whenever you remove it after they have been attacked, they will just continue with that disease or with those insects. So you need to spray. You get the insecticides and spray in your chicken. That is the only thing. If you manage to understand what your chicken need, you never fail to make money in poultry. It is an interesting business that someone can really start and make the starting capital if you want to start another business and you don't want to over rely on poultry, because yes, it is stressful when it comes to the work. You see, for us, we use jerry cans, so you need to carry the jerry cans every day, but you carry the jerry cans once in the morning or in the evening. So if you're to refill the drinkers in the morning, it is just done once, or in the evening it is just done once. But the stressful work on the farm is to collect eggs, because if you delay, that is the problem. You're going to get a lot of damages, and those damaged eggs are your profits. So if you want to make money and grow faster in poultry farming, just know that you have to buy your customers' attention, what they need, in which time. It will help you to grow, because it increases on sales as faster as you want. What you're seeing on this farm is not luck. It's hard work and patience. So to become a successful farmer, you need to apply your energy. Let me give you an example. You see these people who have employees on their farms, they started by doing their own work. Let alone they collected the capital that they can invest and reinvest, whereby by now they are employing people that can run their farms. And an employer can enter the chicken house and tell the worker that, why didn't you tell me that this chicken are sick so that we can put in the medication? Yet the worker has not even discovered that the chicken are getting sick. So after learning what you want from your chicken, after learning the behavior, after learning everything your chicken need, you can employ other people to help, so that you do other work aside. But before you learn what your chicken need, you shouldn't employ anyone to do your poultry work. Let me tell you, you can lose all of the chicken on the farm within days, but you can make money within months if you do what your chicken need. That is why I always say that start small so that the business can grow. You see every step. You learn each and everything in this period. Can I buy some feeds? And some people always rely on bought feeds every week. You cannot make money in poultry if you rely on bought feeds every week. It means that every week you have to change the profits that you have to make from your chicken. If the egg prices increased and the feed prices are dropping, then buy the feeds. If the feed prices are increasing, you should make sure that at least you have the stock, so that you keep the profits that can grow your farm. When we started this farm, we had no workers that can help us up to now. Sometimes we can employ people to mix up the feeds once in a while, to remove the litter once in a while. We had no land where we can plant the maize. Now we have the land. So it has been a good business that it has multiplied by itself. It has bought the land. It has grown by itself. You can start and grow the business. Start small. It is the only way that you can make money from poultry, so that you learn each and everything slowly. Our maize came back to normal. Now I've applied the fertilizers and I spare 1 hour every day, and I remove some of the weeds from the maize. It had started to dry up, but we got a strong rain and it has come back to normal. I love you guys. Let's meet in the next one.